Okay, so tailbaits. What do I class as a tailbait? This is a tailbait as far as I'm concerned. Hard bodied lower at the front, soft rubber tail at the back. This is an ace held tail, probably one of the first tailbaits on the scene. Goes back a long time. I've had this one about 10-11 years. That's how long these have been around. And basically you get the advantage of the casting weight and the durability of the hard bait at the front, but you get the soft pulsing motion of the rubber tail at the back, so you do get the best of both worlds. Obviously it's going to last a lot longer. You can replace tails really easily, just slide off like you would a jig, so dead easy. I think after that Dave Kelbrick moved to Fox, and they kind of copied the ace held tail with a demon, so you get them Fox demons. It's a nice colour. They're still around. They were carrying a lot of money at one point, but prices have dropped out a little bit now. This is you'll have seen the Bertox jerks that Paul's been selling recently. This is by same make, and this is they only got one tailbait in the set, and this is it. So it's a nice little one there. A few more familiar ones. I've got this. This is a Zolt tailbait. Got rattles in. This is one of my favourites at the moment. This is a Svartsonka, Habu Svartsonka, a McMile, and this one's actually lost its tail, as you can see. You lose tails all the time. You either cast into reeds or they get bitten off quite easily. But the good thing is, I mean, you know, Habu even actually make the replacement tails with the correct fastenings on them, so you just change the split ring out, put a new tail on, put a new hook on, you're ready to go. Picked these up recently. These are Fladden. Little Fladden lures, and these are Maximus Predator, so I'll give them a go. I haven't tried that yet. A bit smaller. I'll better cast that on my jig fly gear, just to give me another option when I'm jig fly fishing. Michael Wyman makes these custom jobs. These are really nice. You've seen these before when we did one of his videos, but that's Koi. It's a different tail. Again, I lost tail off that, so I'll put a new tail on. It's a Burt tail. And I suppose what classes as a tailbait really? You get jerkbaits with tails. Do you class that as a tailbait? I fish that as a jerkbait rather than these sort of tailbaits, which I'll fish in the same way as I'd fish a big plastic. So this I'd fish like a proper jerkbait. Obviously, these new Rapala X-Rap pedos, that's a tailbait, hard body up front, soft tail up back, replace your tail when you need to. I've not done much on them, to be fair. I've not had it long, and I've not done a great deal on it. And I guess you could even look at Squirrely Birds for a tailbait in a way. Although I always sort of think of them as a pull bait, because you literally just pull them and they dig, and I'll fish them in a slightly different way till I would one of my proper tailbaits. But you know, you've seen Paul fish these many times, and what he does to fish them. So that's tailbaits for me. Good lures. They do tend to fish quite shallow, so they don't get really down deep. This one's got a lovely rattle to it. Did really well in Sweden on this one. They fish quite shallow, like I said, a couple of feet under the surface. You can get some weight on them, they'll get down a little bit. You can get some heavier ones, but generally I fish them shallow and just bring them in nice and steady retrieve, tail are pulsing away, rattling away, and they'll get smashed. Just very similar to fishing a soft plastic lure, but they do tend to be a little bit shallower. So that's what I class as a mid tailbait. Fish them on my heavy gear, heavy jerkbait gear, just like you've seen previously. Except these smaller ones, I've got these are junior size, and I've got some baby size as well, so we'll see how I get on with these, and probably fish these on some of my lighter gear, so we'll see how we get on with those. But yeah, tailbaits, good baits, just that little bit something different in your box, so give them a try.
Right, so tailbaits, following on from what Neil's just been saying, so this is a Wolf Creek tailbait. You can see it's a custom lure from Sweden. Really highly sought after these bad boys, to be honest. And the Wolf Creek lures, really nice, but same theme as most of those tailbaits you saw there. from what Neil showed you, a bit of variety. You know, hard front, tail on the back, and basically cast it out and wind it in. Some of them you'll find have got a little, you can see the flash on that when you flick it, and as it comes in, some of them will wobble like that, some of them will wobble on the sink, so that adds to the attraction. But a big thing with these, again, slightly similar to the way the jig flies we talked about in the previous video. It's a lure you can fish slow. You don't have to fish it super fast, and you can just slowly retrieve it in. You can give it some little taps and jerks to make it, you know, pauses to make it sink. They're the things that will trigger a hit. But it is a good lure, and I do use them often just as a lure to search. You can cast it out a long way. It's not too bad to say they've got a jointed part to them and a tail. You can cast them quite far, and you can just bring them in. This one's a shallow version. I'll actually put some weight on it, but I'll take that off when I'm fishing certain spots. But a shallow version, so you can cast it out far, and you can bring it in nice and shallow, and pike will see that. You can fish a lot of places with that. Pike will see that and will come for it. But one tip I'll give you is people who love to fish jerkbaits like myself, have a tailbait in your bag, because when you're fishing your jerkbait starting about like this, some days the pike either miss it or they roll it and they're not quite taking. You've probably seen some of my videos, previous videos, my jerkbait videos, where they've not quite taken the lure properly. And what I do then is I have a tailbait in, and you'll get a couple of flashes from a pike, and I'm telling you now, put a tailbait on and just slowly bring it through that swim, and you'll catch that fish straight away. So it's a great option to have just to fish on its own, but also as a backup, as a change lure when you've been jerkbait fishing. So everybody who's into jerkbaits, you must get a tailbait, because it'll pick up with those bonus fish, those fish that are a bit finicky, those ones that are not taking properly. But great baits on their own. Had some cracking fish on them, on various tailbaits. So Neil's already been through loads, but yeah, custom lures out there, some good designs. But yeah, cast it out, wind it back, add those pauses in it, add those speed up. You can sort of jerk it and it'll sort of float about and make it go different. Some of them will sort of turn a little bit in water, and all them things can add. But you can just bring it a nice and steady retrieve, and that works. But like I say, you can add the jerks and the darts, and it'll sort of kind of do this. Some of them you can actually get to jerk properly. I mean, that's what Neil was sort of saying about what is a jerk, what is a tailbait. Some of them you can actually get to jerk. So some custom jerks have got tails attached to them, and they're more like jerk baits. But that's a typical tailbait design. Yeah, tailbaits, great lures.